Good morning, students. Welcome to online study of Vishwas Sharda Senior Secondary School. Subject Economics. Class 12th. Students, we will discuss about our third chapter. National income and related aggregates. And today we will discuss about our fourth chapter, methods of calculating national income. There are three methods of estimating the national income. In 1917, Samuel Peters has suggested that national income to be estimated at all three levels. In 1935, M.C. Michels and Kuznets of USA, they also suggested that national income is to be estimated in these three levels. In 1941, Mead and Stein of USA, they had also estimated national income of these three levels. In India, Central Statistical Organization is also estimated the national income of these three levels. So let us start with deeply these three levels. First is production or value added or output method. It is also called industrial organ methods. Now we will discuss about our second method. It is also called income method. The second name of this method is factor payment method. It is also called distribution share method. And our third method is expenditure method. It is also called consumption and investment method. So today we will discuss about our first method, production or value added method. Production or value added method is that method which measures the national income by estimating the contribution of each producing enterprises to production in the domestic territory of the country in an accounting year. To estimate the national income with the help of production method and value added method, we have taken some steps. These steps are: first step, identify and classification of productive enterprises. First of all, we also known that productive enterprises which produce the all goods and services. Identify and classification of productive enterprises is divided in three parts or categories. For example, first is primary sectors, second is secondary sectors, and third is tertiary sector. But in our third chapter, we can also study four factors. First is household sector, second is producer sector, third is government sector, and fourth is rest of the world sector. But in this method we will discuss about only third sector. These sector is primary, secondary, and tertiary. First is primary sector. What is primary sector? The question arises, what is primary sector? Then you will write primary sector is that sector which produce goods and services for the enterprises. by exploiting natural resources. For example, water, forest, mines, etc. Secondary sector. This sector is also known as manufacturing sector. For example, manufacturing clothes from the cotton, manufacturing sugar from the sugar cane. It is also called industrial sectors. And our third sector is trinitary sector. This sector is also called a service sector. In this sector, we will discuss only services. For example, such as banking, insurance, transported, communication, and commerce, etc. etc. Second step, to estimating the national income with the help of production and value added methods. In the second step of estimating the production method, we will discuss about what is value added. It means how much value added in sugar. Then we will discuss value added. Then we will discuss what is value added. So it is difference between value of output and intermediate consumption. In third chapter, we will discuss about what is intermediate consumption, and then now we will discuss about what is value of output. So it refers to the market value of goods and services produced by a firm during an accounting years. It means how much goods and services produced by an enterprises during a counting years. These value of outputs depend in two factors. If we sold our whole goods and services, and if we are not sold our whole goods and services. If we sold our whole goods and services, then value of output is equal to sale. If we not sold our goods and services produced by an accounting years, then value of output is equal to sale plus change in stock. The question arises, what is change in stock? Change in stock, it is difference between closing stock and opening stock. The rest of part we will discuss tomorrow. So thanks and have a nice day, students.